Hold on tight and prepare to be amazed as we unveil the mind-blowing $16 billion China and Europe megaproject that will leave you speechless. Get ready to witness the biggest, most ambitious, and most jaw-dropping project in the history of mankind that will not only shock you but also leave you in awe. Brace yourselves as we unveil the $16 billion China and Europe megaproject that promises to revolutionize the way we perceive the world around us and change the course of our future forever. In 2018, Norway and Finland shocked the globe by presenting their ambitious Arctic Train Plan, which calls for spending an astounding $3.69 billion to build a train in the Arctic Circle. Not only that, though, additionally, they intend to work together with other European nations and set the project's terminal in none other than China. An important turning point in the history of contemporary transit will be reached with the completion of the Arctic Corridor, which is expected to be worth a staggering $16 billion and will act as the new hub of the Euro-Asian continent. According to the information that is currently accessible, it is quite amazing to learn that the 526-kilometer-long Arctic Railway, which serves as a link between the Arctic Ocean and the European continent, represents a new step in the construction of the Arctic Silk Road. What's even more astonishing is that Finland and Norway are splitting the construction cost, which comes to an astounding $3.69 billion, with Finland carrying 2/3 of the expense. This project lays the way for the Arctic Ocean to be connected to Northeast Asia, bringing up a new age of economic prospects and growth. It also connects the southern Finnish railway network to the undersea tunnel from Helsinki to Tallinn. The Arctic Circle has long been considered a barren and inhospitable region due to its challenging geography and harsh climate, and the idea of constructing a railway within its limits seemed like an impossible feat. However, the allure of this daunting task lies in the potential it holds to connect two continents and change the course of history. The ambitious plan to build the $16 billion Arctic Railway linking China and Europe has captured the attention of the world, and for good reason. By overcoming the challenges of this rugged terrain, this megaproject could revolutionize global transportation and trade, opening up new opportunities for economic growth and development. So what was once considered a pipe dream is now on the verge of becoming a reality, and the world is waiting with bated breath to see the outcome of this epic endeavor. Before proceeding to the next section of the video and analyzing how this extraordinary engineering marvel will change the lives of both continents, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons below to stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Now let's continue. According to sources, over 100 million people travel abroad each year from China, the world's largest outbound tourism market, and this enormous influx of people has greatly benefited the tourism sectors of numerous nations. For instance, 2.2 million Chinese tourists visited France in 2019, bringing in an astounding $4 billion for the country's tourism sector. Europe could benefit from an unexpected revenue boost of up to $200 billion if it can draw even a small portion of China's tourists. But the problem is that there are only 3 railways that link China to Europe, and it might be difficult to get tickets on these railways during the busiest travel times. For instance, tickets purchased in advance for the Hungary-Serbia Railway sell out almost immediately, even though reservations can be made up to 60 days in advance. Therefore, it should come as no surprise that Europe is eagerly investigating alternate routes, with the Arctic Railway project emerging as the most practical choice. The Arctic Railway will open up numerous trade prospects for European nations in addition to simply linking China and Europe. Just consider for the first half of 2022, when the China Railway Express connected 24 nations and increased their combined import and export volume to an astounding $700 billion. A rise of 7.3% over the previous year. Furthermore, it goes beyond trade alone. The China-Europe Railway Express has transformed into the European continent's lifeline during a global pandemic by transporting over 14 million pieces of anti-epidemic supplies and saving countless lives. And if that weren't bad enough, the US is about to pass legislation to reduce inflation, which means the trade conflict with Europe is now in full swing. With everything going on, now is a better time than ever for European nations to join the Arctic Railway and safeguard their economic future. The United States' deployment of trade protection rules has presented a significant challenge to European nations in recent years. They have tried to appeal to the WTO, but have been unsuccessful in stopping this from happening. Additionally, since the Bishi pipeline explosion in Russia, which led to higher energy prices, the inflation rate in European nations has been on the rise. Unfortunately, the energy dependence of European nations makes it challenging to prevent these price increases. Worse yet, the United States is taking advantage of this circumstance by encouraging the decline of energy-intensive businesses in Europe and harvesting them with expensive energy. The U.S. has established trade subsidy programs, which have had a significant siphon effect on European manufacturing industries as resistance in Europe has decreased. As a result, new energy firms have relocated from Europe to the United States, escalating the issue. Recent years have seen a significant decline in Europe's manufacturing sector, which is expected to drop by a startling 2% in October 2022. They bear the burden of the Federal Reserve's interest rate increase on the US dollar, which causes the euro to depreciate, making the future even more dismal for them. Europe, which greatly depends on foreign trade for survival, has been severely impacted by this setback. The United States military alliance treaty responsibilities, which have constrained their economy, are a further source of their problems. Despite their weak economies, many European nations have had to increase their military spending in order to meet NATO's 2% of GDP target. Due to France and Germany's inaction, the two significant players, this has fractured the unity and cooperation of European nations. The strategic cooperation and active promotion between big nations like France and Germany appear to be losing their effectiveness as the European integration process encounters roadblocks. In the meantime, China is increasingly dominant in the rivalry with the United States. That many European nations are now looking to China and its Belt and Road Initiative is not surprising. The Arctic Railway project is a prime illustration of this development. Participating nations have facilitated local economic development by embracing the Belt and Road Initiative, while also bridging the savings and foreign exchange gaps. Additionally, it has quickened the industrialization process and increased export trade volume. Furthermore, it has revived the financial system and used the demographic dividend to advance the nation's economic development. It is easy to see why more and more European nations are embracing China's Belt and Road Initiative given the benefits, which are abundant. That's why European nations have come to the realization that they cannot simply rely on their traditional partners for development in the current global environment. They are narrowing the digital divide, as well as the economic gap between the rich and poor by embracing China's Belt and Road program. Through the Arctic Railway, more and more nations are adding an extra layer of insurance to their economic and strategic development. China has had a lot to gain because the Belt and Road program can raise the income, employment, and living standards of European countries' inhabitants. Additionally, this initiative offers a rare chance to develop international boutique travel routes with the characteristics of the Silk Road, extending the financial business of China and boosting its influence and participation on the global stage. The advantages are real, and the way forward is obvious. Hence, joining China's Belt and Road Plan will have many advantages, particularly for Chinese citizens. The size of this industry can be boosted through tourism, leading to the creation of international boutique tourist routes that are modeled after the famous Silk Road. Additionally, cross-border e-commerce and improved international travel can boost regional economies and give people access to exotic goods without having to leave their homes. There is now more room for maneuvering to support the sustainable development of China's economy as the country's financial sector expands its global participation and discursive power. As we have seen, the mega project between China and Europe is expected to have a significant impact on the world economy. What do you think, though? Will this effort usher in a new era of economic collaboration, or will it increase geopolitical tension? Please share your opinions in the comments section below, and stay connected with us to have much more extraordinary technological content. See you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching.